So did I find a clone of Parfums de Marly's Layton for under $50? Stay tuned to find out. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do another unboxing, first impressions, and update video. This time it comes from the house of Lalique. We have White in Black. So White in Black from the house of Lalique is a men's aromatic spicy fragrance released in 2021. The nose behind this fragrance is Karine Dubreuil Serini, and it is an eau de parfum concentration. All right, let's check out this presentation. All right, so here's the box for White in Black. If you guys are familiar with the original White release, I want to say that was a white box with maybe a red or black line, but I want to say it's similar to this. It just doesn't have this little white bit right here, but I want to say it's a similar box. We do have a little bit of information on the back. There is a picture of the bottle here, but we'll get to that in a second. But other than that, not too much going on with this box. Let's check out the bottle. All right, so here's the bottle for White in Black. If you guys are familiar with the original release, Lalique White, it did come with a very similar bottle, if not exact. It just had white glass, and it had the same metal top here, I believe. I'm just going off of memory here. It's been a while since I've tried it. We do have a metal step-up atomizer, metal cap with plastic on the inside, matte black finish. It's decent. They do have a pencil that comes with this fragrance inside the box, and it does say, "Make your mark," hashtag make your mark. I guess that is their slogan. And I think you can write on the bottle. It's like matte, like a chalkboard finish, matte black. So you probably can write on this bottle with your little pencil here. Please let me know what you would write on your bottle down in the comments below. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to write on mine. But not a bad looking bottle from Lalique. This is a 4.2 ounce bottle, and I did pay $50 for this fragrance. All right, so here are the notes for White in Black. In the top, we have bergamot, olibanum, and grapefruit. In the mid, we have cardamom, lavender, pink pepper, and elemi resin. And in the base, we round things off with vanilla, ambroxan, patchouli, cedar, and tolu balsam. Yeah, so I do have a little bit of experience with the house of Lalique. I did mention that I did try the, I guess the original, which is Lalique White. And that was very similar to, I believe it's called Galloway, possibly from Parfums de Marly, the one in the white bottle. That one really does remind me of that. Not sure if those are supposed to be clones, but it is ironic that people are saying that this one reminds me of Layton. So I'm not really sure if there's a connection there. But yeah, so I did catch that first. That's the only reason why I got this bottle, because people were saying it does smell like Layton. And I did look at the notes, and they do share some notes that could give it the Layton DNA. And so they do share bergamot, they share the cardamom, they share the lavender. This one has pink pepper, but the Layton has black pepper. They both share vanilla, and they both share patchouli. And let's see here, this one has cedar, and Layton has gaiac wood. So that's a lot of the same notes. Now there is a bunch of extra notes here that aren't in Layton, that are in this White and Black, but if those are the DNA notes for Layton, then I can see why this one is going to be similar. I found this one for 40. I think it came out to like 49 something on Joma Shop. I've never used them before, but I know they're a trusted seller. And I found like a 5% or 10% off coupon online somewhere. Guys, always before you buy from somewhere, see if they have a coupon code out. You just might get lucky like I did. But I mean, Layton, I think even if you can find a tester online somewhere, Layton's still going for like $165, and that's even like on the cheap end. Like if you can find a tester, with a cap for $165, that's a good price. But they're still pretty expensive. If you're buying retail, this is probably $300 or like $265 or something. So this fragrance right here, being $50, around the $50 mark, is actually a good price if it lasts as long as Layton or is as loud as Layton. So without further ado, let's give this fragrance a first impression. All right. Clean hand. Now, I will, depending on how close this is, I will spray this one on my left hand and try it for a while. And if I see fit, I'm going to spray the Layton on my right hand. But I might do that while I'm testing it. Not really sure if I want to really go back and forth just yet, because I don't want to ruin the experience of this fragrance just yet. So, a couple sprays. Good sprayer. Good sprayer. A lot of juice. Okay. Definitely getting a Layton-ish fragrance. Is it exact? No. Is it similar? Yes. This one is way more citrusy. I'm definitely getting the grapefruit and the bergamot and vanilla. I'm getting the pink peppers, giving it some spice. The vanilla, yeah, I mentioned the vanilla already. I'm getting the cedar because it's a little woody. This is nice. This is not nearly as spicy, not nearly as heavy or thick, not nearly as sweet, in my opinion, right now. It's just the first couple of seconds. Does it have a similar DNA? Yes. Is it a clone? No. Is it a cheaper version? I guess we'll see in a little bit. Off the bat, I might say yes. Yeah, not a bad fragrance, honestly. And I can definitely see where they got the white and black from, because the sharpness of this fragrance, like the citrus notes, it does remind me of the original Lalique White. I want to say Lalique White had a lot of citruses, but it was also sharp. It had some bite to it from either some vetiver or something that gave it some bite. I can't exactly recall off the top of my head. But I'm getting a little bit of like a citrusy with bite, and then they added like sweet notes and some spicy notes in here in the vanilla to thicken it up. So I might say this is a decent flanker to the original. This is definitely like a night version or a dark version, darker, spicier evening wear version of the original, because that fragrance is for casual day wear. It is super like summery, just wear it with like, shorts and a t-shirt. And this one's more like the evening version of it, which makes sense. I mean, Lalique white and black. So calming down quite a bit right now. Now, and I'll get to this all in the update, but is this fragrance worth the $50? Because honestly, right now, I think Lalique white, you can get it for dirt cheap. Don't quote me. I'll probably put something right here to see what the lowest price I can find it on. I want to say it's like $25, $30 for a big bottle like this, which is actually a steal if you can get it for that much. Is this worth $50? Maybe right now, because honestly, this is kind of hard to find. I think Joma Shop might have been the only place I could find this one for, and I think I was paying a lot more if I went like, I think Fragrance Buy in Canada had it, but I didn't want to pay like the $15 in shipping. So I can see why people got Layton from this. But as the minutes pass here, it really does remind me of just a spicier, darker, richer, sweeter version of Lalique White. But that's just the first couple of minutes, guys. That can completely change tonight, like overnight, and then into the next couple of days. So we'll see what happens. Just so this first half isn't exactly too short, I'll go ahead and spray my hand with the little spray of Layton and just briefly compare them. Yeah, definitely can see a similarity there. This one's just way thicker, way higher quality off the bat. This one had a lot of alcohol, and I know that's kind of dumb, because this is, I mean, they're both eau de parfums, but I mean, come on, it's Parfums de Marly. This one did have like that, where it makes your nose burn, like if you smell it too fast. Yeah, this is just sweeter, way spicier, thicker, but I do get a similar feel with the white and black. I will give it that. And who knows, maybe here in the update, I will recommend you guys getting this one to try if you can't afford Layton. Because, I mean, I know, guys, again, dollars and cents. It's the name of the channel. You know, if you can get at least the DNA and have somewhat of a Layton experience, maybe it'll be worth it. But I'm going to wear this fragrance tonight. And over the next couple of days, give you guys an update shortly. Talk to you then. Also, guys, I want to bring you guys a quick update on the Lalique White and Black. Going to try to keep this segment a little bit shorter because I think the first half of the video ran a little bit longer than normal. But I will say I do like this fragrance. Don't love it. Does it remind me of Layton? Yes. It has a lot of the same aspects of that fragrance. I will quickly say that if you've owned a Layton before and you didn't like it, or you just owned it before and you maybe still own it, you're not going to want to get this one. I think that if you've owned it before and didn't like what you paid for it and you thought it was too heavy, then you're going to like this one. This fragrance is super sexy. Yes, it has the same like DNA as Layton, but it really has its own thing. It's like got like a how do you say, pencil shavings kind of woodiness to it, and it sounds kind of silly, I know, but to me, that's how I describe it. But it's like sweet and woody and super spicy, and like the citrus notes are just super tart, and it has a lot of bite to it. Like this fragrance, I can definitely see the DNA of the original white in this fragrance, and I think that's great. I think this is a really good job they did with this fragrance, and this one is way less. We'll talk more on the overall stuff here in a little bit, but now I will say I did get this fragrance on my hand the next morning, so you guys can do with that what you will. I'm going to say I did get 8 hours for this fragrance. It is an eau de parfum, and it did last 8 hours, so I will give it that. 6 to 8 hours if you want to be safe. But I did get decent longevity with this fragrance. Now, the projection, that's a different story. This fragrance did not project nearly as much as it should have, unless I went nose blind to it. That could be a possibility. But in my opinion, it's definitely not nearly as strong as Layton. This one is not bad though. I will say this is a lighter version of Layton when it comes to the projection. And some of you guys out there may like that. So that could actually work to your benefit. Maybe you thought Layton was too harsh and too strong. This one might be better for that category. Seasons for this fragrance, if you guys haven't guessed already, is going to be the cooler months of the year. So I guess it's going to be what, spring, some spring, I guess, or late spring, fall, and winter. But yeah, so definitely the cooler months of the year for this fragrance is going to be great for this fragrance, just because it is nice and spicy and woody and just kind of dark. It does kind of resemble the bottle. It does have some citrus notes in there, but again, if you like Layton, then personally, I wear Layton in the cooler weather. So even though it does have citrus notes, you might be kind of pushing it with this one. Occasions for this fragrance. This is a black bottle. It is a spicy masculine fragrance. I'm gonna say this would be better for evening wear. Now, some of y'all might be able to pull it off casually. That's fine. It does have the citrus notes on top, but it is very, very spicy. It's very dark and deep and sweet and woody. So my opinion is this one's going to be better for evening events. This is very sexy fragrance. It's going to be great for date night. This does have the cardamom in it, and cardamom, in my opinion, is a sexy note when it comes to fragrances. But yeah, I think evening events, suit and tie, date night, anything dressed down. Not going to be strong enough for a club, unfortunately. It's not going to really project as much nearly for a club, but I do think the first couple hours you will have your best, I guess, projection with this one. So if you go to the club early, maybe. Ages for this fragrance, I'm going to say probably 25 and up, because even though I do think 20 and up could probably pull this one off, I think that it's a little spicy. I think it's safe. It's sweet and stuff like that. It has the vanilla. I just think it's a little darker. I think it's a little darker. And maybe some younger noses might not be used to this sort of fragrance. I could be wrong about that one. So, maybe between 20 and 25, who knows? But I will just say 25. Right now, I think it'd be a safe age range for this fragrance. I think they could easily afford this fragrance at $50, unless it goes down even more. But I'm just guessing. Maybe some 20-year-old will be like, nah, it's too spicy for me. I'm not really digging it. So 25 and up be a good age range for this fragrance. Overall, I do like this fragrance. Don't love it. I will say a few caveats, and I probably already mentioned them in the first part of this video here. But if you've owned Layton before and you like it and you're happy where you're at with it, don't buy this one. Because when you smell this one, it's going to remind you of that, and you're going to be like, okay, this just pales in comparison. Okay, so don't. If you liked Layton before and you thought it was too strong and too expensive, get this fragrance, because this is a safe alternative to Layton. I'm going to guess that's where they're going with this fragrance, even though you can see differences. There is differences. You can wear them side by side, and you can definitely see the two directions they go after a while, but they are still pretty much in the same vein. They're in the same family. I would say this is like, I don't know, Layton Eau de Toilette, or Layton, not Layton Eau Fresh, but like just a lighter version of Layton. And like I said, if you guys thought Layton was too thick and too spicy, then you're going to like this one. Now, I will say, Layton has that black pepper in it. This one has pink pepper. This one is a lot fizzier and brighter with that pink pepper, and just a lot more wearable, if you will, because I think in the dry down of Layton, that black pepper really does give off that old man vibe after a while. So you're smelling like old man with vanilla, honestly. And this one definitely has a little bit more of a youthful vibe with the pink pepper. I think it lends it to more of an audience. I do think this is a better composition, honestly, overall. I wish it lasted. If this had the performance of Layton, I would say go out there and just blind buy this one because you guys would fall in love with it. But unfortunately, it does not. But I do think this is a safe alternative to Layton. I do think, I paid $50 for this. If you guys think that's a decent price, I think it's a good price for this right now. It just came out in 2021, I believe. So it only came out last year. It's still fairly new, and it's kind of hard to find. Like I said, I found it at Joma Shop, and I'll leave the link down below if they even still have it. But yeah, I mean, I just think that you might like this fragrance. But like I said, if you can find a bottle for cheap, I definitely think you should try it. If you guys are fans of Layton, I think it's going to be worth it in the long run. But yeah, very sexy fragrance, super easy to wear. Just a nice fragrance overall. Very, very sexy. I'm going to wear it tonight. Going to go catch the Mavs game somewhere. So definitely going to wear it tonight. But yeah, so have you guys tried Lalique White and Black from the House of Lalique? Let me know if that's on this fragrance down in the comments below, because I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. See if I'm crazy or if I know what I'm talking about, or if you agree or disagree. All comments are welcome down below. So thank you guys so much for watching our video on my channel. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications for future first impressions videos and fragrance excited content just like this. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find fragrance excited photos and future contest winners, guys. And always, until next video, you guys take care. Thanks.